voice isn't super high, but I can still go higher than the piano, and I think if you watch this video, you might be able to as well. So sing is in quotation mark because I don't really know if you could call it singing. It sounds a lot like screeching, like that's just an example. I don't know what that was, but if I just said, if the title was like how to go higher than the piano, that would just be a little bit confusing. I think it's worth saying that I don't think this is a very practical thing to know how to do. It's just that I do know how to do it, and I thought it'd be a cool thing to show you how to do. It would be a cool thing to know how to do. I'm saying that way too many times. It's not very useful though. Like I don't really have any use for 8th octave notes. So even if you can't successfully sing above the piano after watching this video, I hope you will still learn how to sing higher a little bit, even if it's not like higher than the piano. Otherwise, this video is just useless for you. I hope to follow this up with a video on how to sing lower than the piano, which I can also do sometimes. But if you look at my channel, you'll notice that I'm not very good at actually following through with a second video on anything. Yeah, so I'm just gonna start the actual learning part. The first thing that it can get you closer, even though it's not to the top of the piano, it's your falsetto. Now, you probably already use this, you just don't know what it's called. It's like when you purposely crack your voice like this, but then you stay in the cracked part and just maintain that high note, like ah, 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 ah. With that, you can get like into the 5th or 6th octave, which is pretty high. You might not be able to get into the 6th octave, but it's still pretty high, but not like, it's still 3 octaves below the top of the piano, because the piano goes up into the 8th octave. So then to actually get even higher than that, I called it the second falsetto, because that's basically what it is, but it's actually called like whistle notes, because obviously it's because it sounds like whistles, even though it's using your voice. So the 2 ways I can think of teaching how to get into this, whatever you did to get into the falsetto, you just do it again, like and the second one, which does require a bit more of your own trial and error, is like, so I don't have a better way to explain it, but you like exhale, like, but then the best way I can think to explain it is just to make your exhaling like physically higher in your throat, like, and then just make your vocal cords like open to make sound. Like, it's not going to sound very good at the start until you practice enough that it will, because you have to find out what you're doing that's actually making the desired sound, and then just exaggerate that part specifically more than anything else. So the 6th octave is pretty low in the whistle register. It's still super high. And then some people can even get into the 7th octave. And there's only one note of the 8th octave on the piano, so if you can get into the 7th octave, then you are like at the top of the piano already. Some people can go into the 8th octave though. It doesn't actually sound very good. Like I said before, it's not a very useful octave. Usually at the end, you can go a bit higher, like just for a split second, and that's where I hit like my D9. So I don't even know if that counts. In fact, I don't even know if like some people count falsetto as part of what you can sing, but whatever. There's one more thing that can help you make the highest notes easier, is like raising the sides of your mouth like you're smiling, like for some reason that just makes the notes like easier to hit. I don't have any warm-ups because I don't actually use warm-ups, but you could find your own warm-ups, I guess, if they're useful for you. I'm only telling you what's worked for me, and since I don't use warm-ups, then why would I tell you any warm-ups? So yeah, that's the video. You can adjust what I say however you like, but that's the end. Goodbye.